Right. Hi there. So for today, I'm going to talk about the application of the Vase effect on the MTN Pro. Now, for today's demo, we have an ethyl alcohol on the MTN Pro to wipe off any dust and just generally clean the surface. The next one would be the primer. In this case, we have a universal primer, and this will help the adherence of paint to stick onto the surface. And lastly, we'll apply the main guy, the Vase effect. Now this has some texture to it, which will make a vase level up its appearance and make it more beautiful. So before we start, just like any other projects again, with the preparation, you have to prepare for yourself. So safety would be number one. So we have here like a respirator and gloves. So it's best to do it for any projects in a good ventilated area or outdoors, or otherwise if it's indoors, make sure that you're using a mask. I'm gonna use the alcohol to wipe off any dust or any particles on the surface. Spray like a thin layer. One, that's it. Then the next step would be wipe it off. So step one is done, the cleaning process. Now as you can see, it's nice and clean. You can see it's a bit shiny. So the next step would be the application of a primer, which is, in this case, we're using a universal primer. So yeah, that's a good sound, and that's the sound that you want to hear. Right, so for today, just want to apply a couple of thin coats. Alright, so it's good to know that when you're spraying, probably distance your can away from the surface around 20 centimeters. So, the application should be nice and sweet. So, yeah. Just turn it around. Alright, we're down to our next layer since we applied the first layer of primer. Now, you can do this after 5 minutes. So now I'm going straight to apply the second layer of primer. So it's always good to apply it thin layers and build it up. Right, so I'm just going to straight to it. That's it. Just going to turn that in. And after that, when it's dried out, give it 10 minutes, then we can apply the next paint, which is the Vase primer. Alright, so now since we're done with the preparation, the cleaning, and with the priming, as soon as 10 minutes has passed, you can paint with your paint of choice. Now in this demo, we're going to show you the Vase effect. So prior to application, before doing anything with any other cans, it's best to shake it a good 30 seconds before application. Yeah. Shake the can and give it a go, press, make sure that it's working, and so that you have a feel to it. So I'm just gonna apply 1 or 2 thin coats of the Vase effect to the surface, and we're gonna check it out. So yeah, 20 centimeters away, and go start spraying. So just apply a thin layer, then you go around the surface. Alright, so we're done applying the first layer of the Vase effect paint. So now the next thing is we're applying the second coat. And go around. Alright, so the second coat has been done. So as you can see, everything's covered with the paint. It's coming out beautifully. Towel dry would be 2 hours, and now you can see that the tiny particles are coming out. So after that, you can just leave it for a couple hours and you're done.